Good evening, and I currently have 12:08 on my clock, and this is a very, very late edition of the Family Football Show, and as no thanks to RTE's presentation of the 2025 version of the Late, Late, Late Toy Show. I'm very happy to welcome guest once again, Daniel Carr. Good evening.
How are we doing? Yes, for this very, very late edition.
Yeah, well, the lights are down low for this time of the night, and the volume certainly down low because there are certainly little people sleeping soundly at this time of the night, and it's all a test run for the big guy arriving. This kind of activity late at night. But as we say, we're coming off an excellent. As I say, we're coming off an excellent version of the Late Late Show this year.
I mean, I'm struggling to actually remember last year's one, but this one seemed a lot better. Like it flowed well. They had a good mix of people on it. Did a good mix of things. So yeah, it was quite a pleasant watch this year.
Yeah, and we're certainly fell down in a few areas in terms of who didn't show up. It certainly was a fairly star-studded one in the end. Fair dues to Mr. Keane and the band Kingfisher, and of course CMAT straight off stage from the 3 Arena. Excellent work by our TV license fee once again.
My $13.33 a month is going to good use.
Dan, I'd like to kick us off here. And
okay, yeah.
I'm struggling to get my head around why United's not getting the 3 points over the line at the moment. I wouldn't say you've come through the most hellacious schedule as well at the minute, and I would say you're getting players back left, right, and centre as well at the moment, and yet it still flatters to deceive. We're somewhat disappointing once again. What happened against West Ham?
Yes, you could say that we're having some players going back. Like Martinez back in the squad is great to see, and even though he came off the bench late on, he's still showing that bit of fight that probably not every player is having right now. But at the same time, we've lost other players in key areas. Like fair play, Xerxes has sort of stepped in. He got his goal last week. We're possibly missing Sesko. We're missing that bit of attack up front. But the biggest issue is for me, which watching the games is the manager's changes at very strange times, and we're 1-0 going into the closing stages of the game. Like a United in bygone eras would just be you're not settling for a 1-0. Like in this day and age, a 1-0 scoreline is not a scoreline to be comfortable with, especially at home. You should be trying to just go, just get as many goals as you can. And it's come back to bite them in the ass. Fair play to West Ham. They got the goal they deserved in the end of it, but we really shouldn't be leaving it like that where the team can come back late on and get a draw. And this isn't the first time this has happened. It's probably not going to be the last time it happens where Ruben's not going to be he's not going to go all out to get the win. He's going to try and hang on to a 1-0 lead because he's bringing on defensive players, trying to close out a 1-0 win. That's not the way to do it in the Premier League. You can maybe do it in certain games, just kind of scrape out a 1-0 win, but the team wasn't even set up to close out the game. So I really don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, in many ways, I'm seeing the same ailments with your team as my team has, and it's where I just see a couple of deserving cases still not getting a look in United's team, where I feel they would be such a superior upgrade. And I'm mainly talking about Kobe Manu, and I just don't know why this continuing to freeze him out is happening. I asked for this taking care of Casemiro to get the best out of Casemiro, and when he keeps getting wheeled out and you're trying to put Mason Mount in that position as well, like it's just not happening in a way, to still see the best out of Bruno Fernandes. He's got to be freed up and he's got to have good freshness around him, and like Kobe Manu would be it for me. And this continuing to have him overlooked, I can't understand it. Look, there's similar cases in Liverpool squad, just complete stubbornness by the managers. And a quote from Amorim as well, he's always trying to pick the best players. And I do feel, look, that's the opportunity that's presented itself for United this season. They have, they're trying to fill out their schedule a bit more with friendlies, but they have certainly ample rest time between match days to put out theoretically their best team. And look, as you said, Martinez is back now. I think he adds a more secure individual at that left centre back spot, as opposed to Luke Shaw. The lineup of Martinez, De Ligt, and Euro has got to be it's got to be mouthwatering for a United fan. That's real bedrock stuff, and should be. When you picture the team now, Lemons, De Ligt, Euro, Martinez, that's tough. That's a tough looking back line. And look, at the moment, you can't get the 100% best out of Casemiro because of his legs. You're shoehorning Mount and Bruno Fernandes into that position. I just think Kobe Manu bails United out of a desperate situation more often than not. And when you can protect yourself thoroughly enough, you could get out of these sticky ones with not conceding and getting the wins. So that's where I would retain my criticism of Ruben Amorim, and he certainly needs to pick it up from here.
There definitely seems to be something going on. I don't think it's a straightforward this thing between Ruben and Manu. Like, yes, Ruben's going to say he wants to play his best players. Like, unless there's something that's happening on the training field that we're obviously not aware of, and I know that's been happening, I think, where Ruben has tried to basically make sure that cameras weren't always on the training field to see what was going on, seeing his tactics and stuff like that. But what is happening in the training field that is making him think, no, Manu's not a starter for me. Manu's not going to make a difference in this team. Like, as you're saying, like, Manu has been a player that has rightly got us out of bother. I mean, the goal he scored against Wolves to win the game, was it last season? But not least, probably the season before that. Like, he's popped up with the odd goal here and there. I mean, Jesus, he was one of the scorers in that Lyon game last year. I don't know why he's not been trusted. Yes, he might not be the perfect partner for Casemiro, and then obviously there's not that position in the pitch for him. You could probably say he might play in a Bruno position, but to not even try him out, he's been brought on in most games with maybe 10 minutes to go. what's he going to do in 10 minutes? I
Hmm.
mean, especially if it's a game where we're chasing, maybe chasing a win or chasing a draw. By that stage, the team we're playing against is closed up. They've shut up shop. There's no way of getting through them. It's been United's issue for years. Whenever that a team just sits back, we can't break them down. So bringing on Manu 10 minutes ago is not going to do anything.
Hmm.
So there has to be something more going on between the two of them. And now hearing that, come January he could be gone, another player that we ship off to Napoli.
Yeah.
It's mental. The other thing that yes, Martinez coming back into the team. Yeah, he can go in and Shaw can go out, but in all fairness, if we're trying to find a partner for Casemiro, I wouldn't mind trying out Martinez as a CDM. He's a ball playing player. He would sit comfortably in midfield. Like he's very defensive minded. He'll help break up play. He's going to have more legs than Casemiro. He knows how to pick out a pass. I mean, it's worth trying. Because yes, Luke Shaw is not going to be my first choice left centre back, but if we were sacrificing Martinez to go into midfield, I would be a lot more comfortable. Well, let's see what happens.
Good shout, Dan. Good shout. Yeah, I know he's definitely capable of playing that position. Did it for Ajax, I'm pretty certain. At this juncture, Dan, I'd like to pour myself a beverage, and delighted to say I finally got myself the Winterland 2026 version of the Kinniger Stout. This is a hazelnut and vanilla version of the stout. 7%. Live taste test for the show.
Okay.
Not sponsored. Not sponsored.
Yes. What's the one with the spaceship on it? Because I seen that one yesterday.
So that's their foreign export stout.
Stout, exactly. Yeah, I've seen that one yesterday. I kind of might try that someday.
And it's about 6%.
It was about 6 to 7% as well. Yeah, 6, 7. The only thing I can say.
Would you like to explain to me?
I can't even explain. I don't even fucking know.
I've only really recently got my head around the Drake May nickname going about.
I don't even know that one.
You don't even know that one. That's obviously going around in New England Patriot circles.
Okay.
So the 6-7 thing's even been thrown on, and I can't get my head around it. Is that a sign of age, or
do you know what? I have watched videos to try and explain it to me, and I still don't understand it. It's just some rubbish the children are doing, and they find it funny.
What is AI telling us?
That's a very, very good question.
Give AI a laugh start and I'll let this start settle, and we give it a live taste test. I am a big fan of the Winterland editions that come out this time of year every year, and this year is no different. I got the word early that they were going to do a hazelnut and vanilla version, and I thought that's a treat. That's a treat and a half. And if I test one, I'm sure I'll be buying the stock dry to have a supply over Christmas. So we'll let that settle now. There it is.
Oh, that looks nice. Reddish tinge to it. That's giving me Smithwick's vibes.
Well, it's got pure craft stout vibes.
No, Smithwick's is more of like a caramelly kind of a flavor, so I don't know how it would be like compared to a hazelnut and vanilla.
Did you get your hands on the raspberry farmhouse ale yet?
No, I did not.
Oh well, that's still look. Get to your best reputable Kinniger supplier, or even you'll have to get yourself down to Kinniger and get yourself one. I highly, highly recommend. The easiest drank ale you'll get your hands on. Right.
The list anyway. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Cheers. Sláinte.
Cheers.
Ten out of 10. Delicious. Absolutely delicious. Buying that stock dry.
You'll be sold out. Sold out.
They'll be sold out. That is beautiful. Mind you, if you're a real connoisseur of Guinness, I'm not even going to advise, because this might not be up your street. This takes it away from traditional stout vibes altogether. It'd be very much closer to, let's be fair, traditional methods. So it's got that distinct tinge to it. It's got that distinct Kenninger authenticity to it.
Okay.
So no, that's a 10 out of 10, and Dan, I highly recommend you get your hands on one.
That'll be your Christmas tipple then. So,
to be fair, I'm seeing all sorts of places starting to have their Kenninger of choice on tap. So I would like to see a lot more Donegal establishments follow suit.
it'll probably get there. It probably will get there. I think it's because they're still pretty much like a niche market. I think it's once they find they'll find their place. They will find their place.
Still, Kenninger, not paid participation or paid advertisement or anything. It's just I thought I would give the first tasting of it the due care and have an audience.
Exactly. Your very unbiased opinion.
My very unbiased opinion. To be fair, I've only tried them all.
Yeah.
And to be fair, the first version of it was a coconut version, and it blew your head off 10%.
There's no need. There's no need.
So deeply offended the Iron Man when I give him one.
No. That takes the whole fun out of drinking.
Back to the football.
Yeah.
Back to the football. Liverpool won, Sunderland won. They're generally not very good again, and far from the Brentfords that like absolutely hammered us on the ball. We absolutely owned the ball against Sunderland and couldn't lay a glove on them. So the biggest threat of the whole game is pot shots from distance by Dominic Szoboszlai. And the highlight of the game is the massive Federico Chiesa effort to get back and save the point. So what I'm really getting to with the whole thing is, why on earth is Chiesa still continue to be overlooked? I can't explain it. So look, if you're going to drop Salah, it's still a front line of Wirtz, Szoboszlai, Gakpo, and Isaac. So I think there's room. I think there's case enough to be made there that you can probably go without McAllister, who's not been the authentic McAllister this season at all. Go with Szoboszlai and Gravenberch in midfield. Jones was excellent when he came on. Jones is a real case for starting all the time. I maintain that case. If I'm going to move any midfielder about, movement right back, Jones is the most capable, because he's got that actual directness and the willingness to press, and he displayed that for creating the goal. So annoyingly, we go 1-0 down again, and it's just that playing ability to just defend anything. It's not even a good chance that Sunderland have. It's a deflected shot that goes in. It's just blind luck. Sunderland go 1-0 up, but it's just exactly what we deserve. Not creating enough, not giving enough ball to Isaac. Isaac has 2 touches by the half, which is incredibly stupid, incredibly dim-witted play by ourselves. Fire it into him. Get it into him. Let him do something. He averages 22 touches a half for Newcastle last season. Obviously, he's getting far more involved in the build-up with, I would say, a less sophisticated system in Newcastle, and seemingly with us, theoretically a better team, he's having no influence whatsoever. What the devil is going on, Dan?
I think we were discussing it there last week. I mean, there seems to be a sheer lack of willingness to give them the ball as soon as they can. I mean, the game last week was as clear as day, when the amount of times when he was open and wasn't getting the ball, and by the time that they did actually put the ball into him, the space had been closed. I mean, you cannot fault Isaac. He is doing the best he can as a forward. The whole point as a forward, you have to try and get your pocket of space, get that yard ahead of your defender, be open to get the ball. You're doing that in the hope that your player sees you and get the ball to you in that second. You're not wanting them to do it 2 seconds later when the defender realizes, wait, I need to get back on it. And it must be very frustrating for him, because, I mean, yes, he's off the board and getting his first goal and all that, but at this stage he should have a lot more, and that's going to be down to the players that's around him.
He has a goal and assist in 6 Premier League games, so it's not at all, approaching what we hope from the player. The case I would make is Luis Suarez has 1 goal in 8 games at the start of his Liverpool career, and he turns out all right. So I'm saying we've not at all unlocked the best out of Alexander Isak.
There's absolutely no need to panic, but there definitely needs to be changes at the team.
Look,
to get him involved more.
There's no need to panic as regard to centre forward. But by Jesus, there's need to panic about the manager, because I'm really, with every passing week, less convinced in his ability to fix the problem. So I wonder what is the actual what's the force holding us back from making the changes? Is it because the replacement is seen to be too unattainable at this time of the year, and the idea of an interim manager isn't enticing enough to do? What do you think's holding them back from making that move? Because
right,
the one win over West Ham doesn't gloss over.
No, 100% doesn't. I mean,
the really poor spell they've been under.
Yeah, I mean, I think we discussed it last week as well. I mean, you went to that game. That's the kind of game you were expecting to win anyway. So it was neither here nor there. You got the win. That's what you were expecting to get. It was no more than what you were expecting.
Well, it wasn't last week, and it was definitely the week before that I asked the question: was it time up for Arne Slot?
Yeah.
So when I'm having my doubts, then and I'm still seeing this complete inability to lift the performance. Where is the ability to go up through the gears that we always had? Last season, we were able to see 3 or 4 definable approaches in one single game to get the result. We would do controlled, languid play. Then we would lift it to high pace, high tempo. Then we would lift it to counter pressing, winning the ball high, attacking with pace, counter attacking with pace, and also being a threat from set pieces, and also being absolutely solid at the back and be able to hold something, hold a 2-1 from the 60th minute. You would see definitely 4 definable styles of play. And there's not even one definable style of play. It is absolute pure recycling of the ball leading to a long shot. And I mean, you've got £126 million worth of striker that's touching the ball a handful of times in the half. I really can't envisage what this manager can do to turn it around. Because, like, league gone now at this stage. League is gone. I'm sorry, like, I really wanted to build up a head of steam in this period of time. And yet you let Arsenal escape another 2 points a game. So look, City's chasing them down. That's good, because at least we have a title race. Chelsea's dropping the ball again, which is like, again, you're made to look a fool. You think Chelsea's young side, with every passing game, they're building maturity and
Hello, Barry.
So we're back to square one, and like, we're so far off the pace. We're so far off the pace now at this stage. I just think you have to act, and got to do something in January. Absolutely have to do wide attacker, centre half, and in my wildest dreams, a really, really good number 6.
Okay. The issue I'm seeing, and who was it? I was watching Talksport the other day. Simon Jordan had a bit of opinion that I found quite hilarious, actually. So his opinion is to why it's not a good idea for Liverpool to sack Arne Slot is because of the sheer amount of money that the club have spent on players. They can't risk bringing in a new manager and risking the new manager not liking the players that have been brought in. Now, I agreed with why he was saying that, but what I didn't like was he said the exact opposite for Ruben Amorim.
Change away with Amorim, but you can't change Arne Slot because new manager might not fancy Florian Wirtz and Hugo Ekitike.
It's the exact same situation. Well, because it's 2 different clubs, it can't be the same. No.
Do you think Glasner wouldn't be that bothered about Benjamin Sesko and Brian Mbeumo?
So this is the thing. You have to kind of look at it. Like, there are certain managers when they come into a club and they look kind of, they're looking at players that will be huge improvements on what they might have had at the previous club.
Do you think Luis Enrique would come in and go, "Geez, I don't fancy Isaac. Geez, I really don't like the looks of Ryan Gravenberch." Do you think?
It's a mental statement to make, like, mental. But like he's trying to come up from the point of a club owner where he's kind of saying, well, like the club don't want to look like an idiot that they've spent out all this much money, go on the back of a manager, and then go and sack the manager and go, yeah, we're going to bring in somebody else, and then just in case they might go, no, I don't like that player, I'm not going to play him. I have to buy more players again.
Yeah, well, see, obviously he's come from a role of being a chairman.
Yes.
And him having signed players for a manager, and then having had to sack that manager, and then
be left
on hiring a new guy, and you guys like don't want half these guys, get rid of them. Bring in 5 or 6 of my own guys, please. So he knows the trauma of what when a club decides to do it per manager's needs.
Yes,
that's down the rabbit hole. You really build a squad. You build a squad that can play together first, and then you employ a style of play that suits the best abilities of the players. That's how you get to successful teams. Like Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool. Get players that are highly athletic and relatively injury-free, and you play a really high energy 90 minutes of football. That's how you get to millimeters away from being League and Champions League double greatest English side of all time. That's how you get there. So when we're talking about current Liverpool, how it looks, really not pleasing on the eye. Really didn't enjoy the game against Sunderland. I think me pulse got up. It got up when Wirtz equalized. Well, Wirtz forced the equaliser, and the volume went up at Anfield. I thought, right, good sustained pressure now. Loads of stoppage time to come. Let's get a winner. Let's properly get back to ourselves. And it just never came to a real panicked, let's get the winner kind of classic Man United. Just keep hoofing it back in there because the goal is going to come. Goal is going to come. We're just not at that at the minute. So it's a really lets the air in the room, and yeah, it's disappointing.
It's two very, very similar situations, the exact same point in time. I mean, I thought it just,
yeah, well,
people of both teams.
I really find that this show now is really perfectly centered when the clubs are actually having pretty similar seasons now. I'm pretty much doing the exact same amount of harm to their chances. Anyway, look, Leeds to come at tea time tomorrow. I see no reason to not do it again. Experiment again. Try Hugo off the left. Try Isaac down the middle. Put flipping Chiesa off the right.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason why you shouldn't try it. Like you're going to be losing Salah in the next couple of weeks anyway. You may as well.
Salah's terrible when he comes on,
yeah.
So don't need another look at him.
No,
hide him under the balaclava again. Go to Egypt early. Go on, go. If the mind's elsewhere, go play your best for Egypt. Win another AFCON. Go win another AFCON, and come back to us. And actually make a decision on your future. Maybe decide Saudi is the destination in the summertime. Make that decision. Make it public. Come back and play with a lot of pressure off your back. I think we'll see a different guy then. But it's the here and now. Leeds and Inter Milan. It's real knuckle down. I mean, no messing. It's like if it's not good tomorrow tea time.
Honestly,
why would you send Slot and Van Bronckhorst to Inter Milan? I couldn't rationalize it, to be honest with you.
now I think we did speak about it off air last week. I had my doubts about this run of games that you are on. We've already had the draw with Sunderland. I still have the same worries about your game tomorrow.
Yeah.
You say it's a lunchtime kickoff?
Tea time. 5:30.
Okay, 5:30. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Home or away?
It's Elland Road. Sticky. They beat Chelsea fairly handily, but no. Chelsea are woeful.
Yes.
They are absolutely woeful for 2 of the goals.
And we did speak last week how Leeds were so unlucky to not come away with a point against City.
Yeah. Yeah.
Already I'd be thinking a draw.
Yeah, well, I'd be already thinking if I can avoid defeat, I'll take it. Again, just very uninspiring. One of the promoted teams, Slot's meant to have a terrific record against the promoted teams, and like it's already fallen foul already.
Yeah, for Slot's sake, he needs a win.
For Slot's sake, it really needs to start turning around in a big way. Like he needs a result tomorrow evening, and needs a result. Needs a result on Tuesday in San Siro. So
you need to be getting up a bit of form to even go to the San Siro.
It's like, look, if it doesn't get going soon, like you're playing for next to nothing, because you'll all of a sudden be out of the run. Like, are we at the sweet spot for a playoff? We're like a couple of points off securing playoff anyway. In Europe.
I think mathematically, you are pretty much in a good place for a playoff. I think you could afford a bad result. I think the PSV game didn't help matters, but I think you're still in a good enough place. You're not going to drop down lower than into the bottom third. So you're guaranteed to still be playing European football. The other side of Christmas.
Well, I think we're a couple of points. We've been assured of that anyway.
Yeah.
So we know what's what anyway. Celtic announced Wilfred Nancy, and first and foremost, thank you very much, Martin O'Neill. 8 from 9. 8 from 9.
I mean, the statistics that went out about the position that Celtic were in when he came back to the club, shall we say, and where he has left them. I don't think you're going to get a better short stint in management anywhere else.
Yeah.
In terms of the 70s as well, like.
Look, in terms of a guy to steady the ship, to actually know the ins and outs of the club, it was absolute perfection in an appointment. And we'll see now with this guy. He's hyper interesting, and again, it's in the same sort of plot as like an Ange Postecoglou, this Wilfried Nancy. He looks like he comes into a club and turns them into contenders. Like he gets Montreal to a CONCACAF quarterfinal. He gets the move into Columbus Crew, and he wins MLS Cup, and he loses in the final of the CONCACAF Champions League. So, real pedigree, real showing of like he's able to turn things around rapidly. So, yeah, in the same sort of plot as Ange Postecoglou. Could you see this guy kind of lifting the thing a level again with Celtic?
If he could, that would be very impressive. I mean, look, if he can steady like the ship and take us into the season in Scotland, that's one thing. If he can improve us in any way in Europe, that's the biggest thing. I mean, at least like in one of Christ, if I might have my mind gone blank.
What are you trying to think of?
Who did we just let go of Celtic?
Brandon?
No.
Oh, as in a player?
No. Good God Almighty!
Who did we just let go of?
Yes.
As in like an interim
The
manager?
manager.
Martin O'Neill.
There we go. Jesus Christ, it made this shocking.
It's late, Dan. It's late.
So, like, obviously, in one of his last European games, he's got us that win over Feyenoord.
Yeah.
I mean, if Nancy can come in now and keep this run of form going in Europe, and we can have something to look forward to the other side of Christmas.
Well, that's real big target stuff.
100%. Yeah.
If he can start chasing down Hearts and get Celtic back top again, that's a real big box ticked immediately. And look, I'd be hoping if you can look at this guy's portfolio and see he's got real ability to lift teams rapidly. So if you back him financially, you'll get paid back. You'll get paid back big time. So I think it's hugely exciting. It's well worth the attention again. Things have become rather stale under Brendan, so it's kind of how it is with Brendan. Brendan does see himself at a higher level, and Brendan just comes in, wins trebles and doubles, and makes it look rather easy. So, just for a bit of intrigue and a bit of refreshing of the thing, a bit of an unknown is nice, because the bit of unknown factor to follow the warm blanket that was Martin O'Neill. That's intrigue, and at a good time of the year, because you get a couple of games under your belt, and then there's an old firm sitting there around New Year's. So we'll know what's what fairly soon with Wilfried Nancy.
100%. I mean, like, I have no idea about the man at all. I mean, literally, when I was seeing any kind of headline mention, obviously there was no mention of Wilfred. I just seen Nancy, and I was like, "Oh, was Celtic going to hire their first female?"
Yeah, look, as I seen Nancy and I seen MLS manager, and I thought, "Oh, that's definitely a route I want to see Celtic go down, because that's obviously they're working with salary caps, they're working with, like, they can get 2 or 3 star players, and then they have to really build good youth setups to work from then. So that's the kind of model Celtic should be based on. Really, 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 really good academy that produces 5 or 6. Again, say another 3 or 4 from within the league, and then 2, 3, 4 then from down south. That's really that's how you build a Celtic team.
What you're mentioning there, just to thinking that as well, if bringing in somebody who's worked in MLS, if Celtic could then start using the MLS for future players, like they've got a couple now and again.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that would be even a prospect for young players in North America. Because if you can get your foot into European football through somebody like a Celtic.
But sure, look, Alistair Johnston's already a case in point.
That was kind of what I was kind of leaning towards.
Huh.
Come to Scotland, you're gonna, you're not gonna play the highest probably level of football, but you're gonna get some European football. You're gonna get noticed. You've seen what has happened when players make a name for themselves in Scotland. Somebody down south is going to come looking for you, or somebody in Europe is going to come looking for you. And that's how you make your mark then across the rest of Europe. I mean, you're seeing it happen with lots of Canadians and Americans, starting to, take shape across Europe, which is actually probably quite exciting, probably considering the World Cup. I mean, I don't know if you want to mention the World Cup draw that has just happened, but I mean, knowing you're having Mexico, Canada, and America all going to be present in next year's World Cup.
I want to address the World Cup draw.
You can, okay.
Jeez, Dan, if we get in, hey, spins the Azteca. South Koreans, brilliant, huge game. South Africa, huge, already building a massive rivalry in the rugby code. So huge, wonderful draw for Ireland if they can manage to get past the playoff phase.
This creates a bit of
which they're going to. They're going to get past the romance around the team now. They're going to do it.
What do I do though? I have a South Africa jersey, and I have a Mexico jersey from 2010. That could be awkward.
Dan, your Wrapped of 2025 was as consistent as the weather in November.
Yes, indeed. The thing, and I think I've said this about Spotify before, that because of their consistency doesn't help. I mean,
yeah,
right. You come to Wrapped every single year. What do they offer to do? They offer to make you a playlist of the songs that you liked listening to in that year.
Yeah.
So then for the first half of the next year, you're listening to songs based on that playlist.
Yeah.
So then they end up being part of your Wrapped at the end of that year. And then when they give you their playlist, it's going to have those same songs, and it goes around and around. So really, Spotify have not helped me.
So
they know the songs I like, and they just
your Wrapped playlist will continue to be played far off into 2026 then.
I to be fair, I think the only thing that probably changed this year, because I was going to Limp Bizkit this year, I probably played more Limp Bizkit probably before and after that.
Yeah.
And that probably would have snuck them higher.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the same for Linkin Park. I think Linkin Park probably, I don't know, there was some point in the year. Did they performed at the Champions League final, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
There's probably something around then, probably when we're just going back over Linkin Park. But everything else was probably stuff that would be on rotation throughout the year anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Be interesting to see what it's like next year. See if my point is proven.
Did we get a look at your podcasts for the year?
you know what? I can't even think of many podcasts I would have listened to over the course of the year.
Oh, right. But you wouldn't absorb podcasts from Spotify then, would you?
No, I do the odd time. Pretty much the only ones I'd probably be doing is the Peter Crouch podcast. Probably the Two Johnnies. That's probably the other one. I'd say that goes through my Spotify. I think everything else is probably in video formats, through YouTube or that, like ourselves.
Well, mine is Patriots Unfiltered, Tommy Curran, Patriots podcast, Joe Rogan, Savage Boston podcast, and the Sean Ryan podcast. That's my top 5 podcasts, and my Spotify Wrapped playlist is completely corrupted by my boys' selections for the year. It's something I really want to tidy up from start of the year going forward, because I really want a nice clean.
You create a separate profile.
I want a nice clean wrapped 2026. Yeah, separate profiles might have to be.
Oh, it's the same. This is the thing as well. I learned the hard way about if you happen to have your YouTube left signed in, especially in a household with kids, your YouTube algorithm will never be the same again.
Had that for a while. I have that fixed.
Yeah, it takes a while to fix it, but yeah.
I have that
still occasionally on mine. Something will pop up completely unrelated to anything I'll have ever watched. Okay.
You follow enough cookery things, you'll certainly wash out the kids' stuff. Indeed. Dan, it's been a pleasure. We're at 1 a.m. and
the latest we'll ever do.
I would just like to say to RTE and the Late Show, we're going to 12 midnight. But also huge thank you for including my favorite Christmas song, Only You by Flying Pickets. Giving me tremendous validation with my younger counterparts and work when I say that as my favorite Christmas song. Flies way over their head, but give it a listen and you'll find newfound appreciation for the holidays. Daniel, it's been another Friday and we've hit the mark. Thank you very much for joining me.
No bother at all.
You guys are on Sunday?
Monday, I think it is.
Monday Night Football.
Monday Night Football.
Who do you play?
Wolves, I believe.
Wolves.
Yeah, Wolves. 8 o'clock kickoff Monday night.
Who are on a historic run of losses.
Yeah. Last 5 losses.
It goes beyond that.
Yeah, I know. So just go with the last 5.
It goes. I think they might be on a run of 8 or 9 defeats in a row.
Just going by live score, when you just see the head-to-heads, it's like
absolutely certain to be a draw on Monday Night Football.
Of course, we need a win, and Wolves just need to not lose. So, yeah.
Dan, I'm ready to hit the hay. So again, thank you very much.
No bother.
The last drop me Kinniger as well to enjoy, and that'll be it for me for the evening. Thank you all for enjoying and watching. It's a tough old time to endure, but we're getting that wee bit closer to Christmas. It is only 3 more Fridays to go. Thank you very much for enjoying. We will see you hopefully next Friday. All right, Dan?
We'll try our best.